that we are trying to switch gears a little bit and get this plastic mulch laid is the ground over at home is quite a bit more wet than the ground over in Kentucky. It doesn't dry out as fast. So if we get a week's worth of rain on our ground at home, then that's going to, it'd take a week's worth of dry weather to dry that ground out, especially since I just tilled it. If we get the plastic mulch down, we should be able to plant sooner as opposed to having to wait for the ground to dry out, then lay the mulch and all that stuff. So really would like to get it laid as soon as possible. Still going to try to get the popcorn planted today. Hopefully I can borrow my buddy Brent's tractor, or his dad's maybe, and get that planted so I don't have to take the tractor back over there to plant a half acre of popcorn. So well, we got back over to the farm, went ahead and hooked up the sprayer. We've got our fancy plastic and drip tape, which I'm excited about. Wasn't too excited about paying for it. That was $870 for that. So that, yeah. Not to mention $800 some for the pot and soil, and I still have 100 more bags to buy. So prices of everything have really went up. So it's tough. I don't see it going down anytime soon either. This is really a little bit more plastic than what we need, but if we don't use it, hey, at least we'll have it for next year. Okay, well, we're getting everything fueled up, switched around, playing the equipment shuffle once again. Got the transport locks locked up on the field cultivator so I can take it back to Kentucky. Talked to my buddy Brent. He's going to let me use his tractor so I can plant the popcorn over there in Kentucky, and then bring the planter back so we can plant stuff over here. So everything is going fairly well today. We're not too far behind schedule. I think it's, what time is it now? It is almost 2 o'clock, so that's not too bad considering all the running around we had to do today. And in reality, it should not take very long to plant our popcorn and get that planter back over here. Last year I trailered the planter over here, or maybe it was the year before last, and I put the tractor and the trailer, or the tractor and the planter on the trailer, and that's pretty sketchy to say the least. So don't believe we want to try that again. Look at my awesome wife up there mowing. Might be too far away from the camera, but she's getting everything looking pretty. Oops, I need a hitch pin. Need a hitch pin. What did I do with that hitch pin? No, that's too big. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going going to see it. Alright, so we got our popcorn here. Pop Top F1 from Harris Seed. And this is what we're going to use. We're going to plant about 27,000 seeds per acre. With that, this here should give us enough to plant 3/4 of an acre. That's what we're going to put out. First, though, I'm going to have to change the transmission over, clean out the seed, put the seed in. You guys have seen that before, so I'm going to go ahead and get that done so we can get this planted and get this planter back over to Indiana. All right, I've almost got the planter filled up, but before we get started, I wanted to show you the difference between sweet corn seed and popcorn seed. So this is the popcorn seed, and as you can see, it kind of looks like popcorn, like the popcorn you'd buy out of the store to pop. The seeds or kernels are really small, and this is your sweet corn seed. So it's kind of like a dried up kernel of sweet corn, which is kind of what it is. So that's just a little bit of the difference. The coloring difference, this is just a treatment that they put on the corn to help it grow, keep bugs and stuff off of it. This is non-GMO popcorn, so you cannot spray glyphosate or anything like that on it. So we have to make sure we get our pre-plant herbicide down, which we already have done, but there's not much to fight weeds other than that pre-plant herbicide. Now we also cultivate the popcorn and stuff like that, which that helps keeps the weeds out. But mainly we want to try to keep the weeds out of the field until your corn plants get tall enough where they reach a canopy and they start canopying over the middles of the rows. That's going to kind of block out sunlight, and of course any plant needs sunlight to grow. So once the row covers kind of get covered up, that's going to help tremendously keep the weeds out. So I'm going to finish filling up and we're going to head to the field. So we got all the popcorn planted, which is a good thing. I may have run out there on the end, but I looked in there, there's some seed still in there, but it's not down in the seed cup, so we'll just have to see when it comes up. But now, got the planter about ready for transport. I got my fancy strap on there because that one marker wants to fall down. Got these lights here. It's actually pretty cool. I got them at Real King, I believe, and so it kind of helps when you're transporting equipment so people can actually see you. One thing I have left to do though is there's a spring down here for the drive chain that I have to remove, because if I don't, it'll tear the transmission up. You can ask me how I know. So there's really no good way of getting these. I think maybe the only time I really disengage them is if I'm like taking it over to Indiana. But there's a little spring right there, and that kind of holds tensions on those idlers for the chain. So you just got to take that little spring off and then take the chain off the idlers, and then I usually hang them up here on this front bar right here. That's why I got this little fancy piece of wire. And I had to use this piece of wire to hold the hoses, so I'm going to have to find something else to hold the other chain. The main thing I want to avoid doing is having one of these fly back and hit me in the face. I like my face. Excellent. Now I take these off just to make sure that I don't lose them, because then I couldn't plant without them, because I can't keep tension on the cogs. Put that there, kind of moves back in. Presto changeo. There you go. You may have also noticed that it's clouding up. There's not supposed to be rain coming till tomorrow afternoon, but it sure kind of looks like it. So hopefully we can beat this rain and get everything done that we're trying to accomplish. So, hey folks, made it back to Indiana. Got the ornamental corn ground sprayed. I've got the 6410 down there with the sprayer hooked to it. We're running some clean water through it to rinse it out so we can put our next chemical in it. We got the fancy mulch layer pulled up, so we'll be using it tomorrow when we're laying mulch. Show you how that old ancient piece of equipment works. And I got the corn planter, or just planter because it plants multiple things, hooked up to the 6210. So now I've got to take the transport lock off of it, hook it up, and undo all the stuff I did when I transported it over here. So a bunch of different things. I don't know how far we're going to get tonight, but I know once the sprayer is cleaned out, I've got to hook up to the tiller, and we have to till this. Now, I'm sure that you're looking at this and you're thinking, well, yeah, that looks pretty good. Well, in order for our fancy mulch layer to work, we have to have a pretty good amount of material that's loose in order for it to work. Now, when I ran the field cultivator through this, we only ran it about 1.5 inches depth, and so that was not really deep enough, and that's really all my tractor wants. Even the 6410, that's all that tractor wants, to pull it any deeper than that. So plus we got a few grass root balls. The tiller will make short work of them. But we're going to run the tiller through it so we can loosen it up, get it down deeper, and the mulch layer, this old mulch layer anyway, likes that type of dirt a lot better. Maybe some newer ones are not so finicky, but it has to have the ground about perfect to make a good hill. So so we're probably going to do that tonight anyway, even if it gets dark. Go ahead and get that done so we can start laying mulch, or spray and lay mulch in the morning. But I think we can get everything done tomorrow that we want to. Now that we've got everything over here, and I'm going to go ahead, and while that's rinsing, because it'll take a while to rinse it, for that to rinse, I'll probably go ahead and plant the ornamental corn, possibly throw the sunflowers in there. I don't know. We'll just see. Try to get as much as I can done, because I just want to get this. I would really like to get all that we're doing over here done before it rains, because it's supposed to rain again all next week. And you know, as the old saying goes, is trying to make hay while the sun shines. Well, I'm not sure if you can see me or not. It's dark. It's after 9 o'clock. We did get the ornamental corn planted. Got that ground sprayed. Got the sprayer cleaned out, and that's about as far as we got. It's calling for a little bit of rain actually now, tonight at 10 o'clock, so hopefully that passes. Or we may get rained out tomorrow, so I hope we don't. I was going to do a little bit more tonight, but for some reason my tractor lights aren't working. They've worked fine for as long as I can remember, but they picked tonight to not work. Might be a blown fuse or something like that, or maybe God's way of telling me I just need to quit for the night and wait till tomorrow. So I think that's what I'm going to do. So thank you guys for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.